is Emilio. I am from Walden Park, California, and I am an incoming fourth year student at UC San Diego, double majoring in psychology and public health. This fall, I plan to apply to Masters in Public Health programs, and hopefully within a couple of years, I'm working in the public mental health field of public health, advocating for mental health of our marginalized communities that are in need of mental health support. Today, I'll be talking about my motivation to pursue higher education and how those motivations have manifested themselves in my undergraduate career. To narrow down your personal motivation or motivations, I want you to think about the why, the who, the when, the where, and the how. So, why do you want to go to college? Who are you trying to impress, or who are you trying to make happy with your degree? It could be because of your belief that prospective employers value degrees, or maybe because you value the work ethic of your family and you want to give back to them. Or it could be because you want to do this for yourself, and that's totally okay too. When do you want to start college? Do you want to start right after high school graduation, or maybe wait it out? And where do you want to go to college? Do you want to stay local, or if you're like me, do you want to go see new places? And lastly, how do you want to attend college? If you're a first generation college student, a word you're going to hear a lot is navigating, or navigation, or just navigate, any one of those three. And depending on the institution you attend and the first gen presence at that university, you're going to be reminded a good amount of times that you'll be navigating a system that isn't meant for you to get into, succeed while you're there, or for you to successfully get out, graduate from the university. Also, you're going to hear the word plan a lot. What's your plan? How are you going to afford school? And I'm not here to ask you how you're going to afford school, but I did want to grant visibility toward the community college route in attaining a bachelor's degree, as I know plenty of people at my school and at other universities who are satisfied with and actually pretty grateful for their community college experience. With that being said, I want to talk about myself and my motivation to attend college, specifically my why, my who, my when, my where, and my how. Let's start with my why. Why am I attending college? One of my most salient identities is my socioeconomic status, or SES for short. I believe it really shaped the value I put on money and managing my finances throughout my first couple years of college and adulthood as well. For example, my first year of college, there would be times where I'd have a hard time spending. There was a specific example, a specific time where I didn't want to spend $13 on carne asada fries because I didn't feel like I deserve it, or, because I felt like it was too expensive. And I could provide more examples, but I think this example alone conveys the theme of insecurity that I'm trying to get across. And I view financial security to be closely intertwined with upward social mobility. So I would say my reason for attending college is to achieve a higher SES. Who am I doing this for? Who am I attending college for? I'm doing this for myself in the sense that my degree is going to have my name and my name only. Going back to the value of managing finances that I mentioned earlier in the why section just now, the jobs that my two bachelor's degrees make me qualified for will position me toward opportunities for improving my SES. Now, who do I want to help out with that higher SES status that I will hopefully attain? Well, I want to be in a position where I can comfortably support my family in emergency situations, as well as provide general financial support if needed. And who will I help out without me knowing? This is something that I thought about recently, but I have little cousins right now who are in elementary school, middle school, high school. They're in different. My dad just came in. I have little cousins who are in different spots in their educational career, and I think my experience or even my visibility will help let them know that it is possible to attend college within the scope of our extended family. As for the when to attend college, I was pretty stubborn about attending community college when I was a senior applying to colleges, because I felt like my hard work during high school and all the AP classes I took, that I deserved to go to a 4 year right away. And with the insight that I have now about community colleges, I definitely wish I could tell 17-year-old Emilio that totally okay to attend community college. And this one's pretty straightforward, I feel like. So I'll move on to the where. When picking schools to apply to, I imagine myself staying in California due to the convenience of in-state residency and because of how many good schools there are in California. When it came down to picking schools, I was picking between UC Davis and UCSD. I live in the suburbs of LA, so both options required me to stay away from home. What I took into consideration were the settings of the city, the opportunities available, the student community of activism, distance from home, and just the intuitive feeling, the right here, how I felt about walking around campus, right? Could I see myself there? Ultimately, I picked UCSD over UC Davis because, for me at least, UCSD came out in came out on top in each category. Now, how am I attending college? I have 3 bullet points that I want to cover. And, in these 3 bullet points, I'm going to explain me navigating, or more so my experience in getting competitive positions as a first gen student. I also want to cover my RA position and how I've navigated financial aid. Just a little secret tip. Might not be too, you might already know this secret tip that I have for you. But anyways, in terms of getting competitive positions, I just wanted to contextualize that I didn't have a job, nor was I heavily involved in high school. So landing my first competitive position at UCSD as a first gen peer coach or peer mentor for first year first gen students during my first year, so I would start the role as a second year, was largely in part because I learned how to interview well. But how? One tip of advice I have for you is to read. Reflect on your salient identities and acknowledge your experiences. Read about other people's experiences who also have your salient identities, and maybe see like what have you been trying to express for so long, but you haven't been to until now reading about it. I also want you to read on higher education articles, as well as read and listen to other people's experiences in and outside of higher education through the lens of their salient identities. I feel like this will help develop your ability to articulate an understanding of your journey, an appreciation of other people's journeys, and a commitment to equitable change for all. I feel like with those traits, interviewers will see you're someone that they want on their team, even if you don't have a lot of experience. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is the RA position, the resident assistant position. It's a position that compensates with housing. In my case, at my university, it compensates with housing, a dining plan, and a stipend for Grubhub so that I can order food from off campus and have it delivered. This is a position that compensates with so much because of the work and service you are doing to build community for residents, typically first year residents. I can make a full 1 hour podcast about this position and my experience foreshadowing because of how passionate I am about it and the work and service that I do in this role. And I wanted to mention this position because it's really helped me afford college. In my third and fourth years, I will not be paying the university a penny because of this position in combination with my financial aid. And yeah, lastly, I just wanted to give a tip regarding financial aid. Don't email the financial aid email for your university. Get the email of a staff member who works on financial aid, build a close relationship with them, and email them only regarding financial aid questions. I promise you, this will get your questions answered, especially urgent ones, faster than emailing the university's financial aid department. Now, results may vary across universities, but yeah, that's my sticky tip for you. And yeah, that's it. That's my story. That's my why, my when, my where, my how. There's one more that I'm forgetting. But yeah, that's my motivation for attending college and my experience at college. And I hope you can learn something from it. Thank you.